We're good.
Okay. All right, let's start with our pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Individual, not Congress.
Yeah. Okay, how about the approval of the agenda?
So,
Okay, second?
I'll second it.
All right, all in favor? There's your agenda. Public forum. Any member wanting to comment on a non-agenda item may do so now.
time's up.
I do have something to say. Get rid of that Eastern Trail. Town Hall Building Committee. Did they ever think of buying that building across from the fire station?
I looked at it.
And what's up there?
Very expensive.
How expensive?
$329,000.
What about acreage or
A little
anything?
over an acre.
Oh, so there isn't a whole lot.
No, it was very small, and there wasn't any room in there to be able to do what we needed to do. It was going to cost more. It would have cost more to upfit it so we could use it.
And one more thing, I was watching the Selectmen's meeting in Kennybunk, and there was a guy there that slammed the people from Arundel about the Kennybunk Library.
Yes?
We weren't worthy of using it because we didn't want to pay the fee or something, and he kind of hammered on us a little bit. You see, anybody else see it?
Maybe he should come here and listen to what those folks had to say when we voted. Whoever that was.
Can't please everybody.
He was slamming the selectmen of the town.
The townspeople, yeah.
Okay.
Interesting.
I would like to comment publicly thanking those who were attempting to get the vote out or really canvassing the community for the last week plus. So
Yeah,
they're engaged and really trying to get the vote out, which is very nice.
absolutely.
Okay. Approval of the minutes of March 11th.
So move.
Second?
I'll second.
Just, I'm wondering, you had the bells or the halls, that's all.
Oh,
Bells and the halls.
Bells and halls?
Yes.
I didn't see Mrs. Hall up here. No big deal. Weren't both Mr. and Mrs. Hall?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, you're right.
I think it was, I think that was Joan and Sam Hall.
Oh. And John Bell was here, was John Bell?
I believe he was, yes.
John Bell.
anything else? Okay. Motion to approve as corrected? All in favor, yes, all righty. Committee and board reports.
The budget board will meet Wednesday evening here in the library to meet with the fire department and also to go over the rest of the administration budget.
Okay. And
Planning board meets on Thursday night at 7 p.m. in the library, and Selectman DuBois does have an update from the planning board.
The last meeting held in the rooming CEO's office. There was pretty much the whole meeting. There were two items on the agenda. There was a discussion on signage, and they wanted to talk about also some landscaping and lighting for the DB Downtown Business District. And the whole meeting was really on signs. They pretty much finished it. They revised a whole bunch of stuff, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty good ordinance. They tabled the discussion on landscaping and lighting until the next meeting. Talked a little bit about during the planner's report, discussed a little bit about Howard Cohn's visit, and the Economic Development Committee's rescheduling the Townhouse Corner workshop to April 2nd. And then private way exemptions that they were working on, and they adjourned at 10:01.
Are they looking to get some, a group of things available for voting in June?
I don't believe they do.
No.
They're not gonna have anything ready for June?
No.
I think the plan is to do a repeal and replace in November.
Yeah.
Is the hope.
Okay.
That's the whole, I don't know if they'll get there, but
They're working for it.
Okay.
Economic Development Committee will have their Townhouse Corner Forum once again, coming up next Tuesday, the 2nd, at 7 p.m. right here in the library. All are welcome to attend. And the Economic Development Committee will also meet on the 9th at 7 p.m. at Town Hall. And just for an update, Howard Cohn will be returning in May to do some additional interviews and hold some more public, to hold some public forums. So I'll keep you posted once I have his itinerary and we know when he'll be back.
Okay. New business. We're looking for some more Town Hall Building Committee members.
That is correct. I wanted to discuss the idea of possibly having a town hall design committee as well as a town hall location committee. I think if we could get people running on both of those tracks, we could have information available when we get all of our final numbers together to go to townspeople and ask if we can have a new town hall. So I'll be putting out a call on the website and also be speaking to some people individually about their interest in possibly being on those committees. I would assume, Bella, you would like to remain on the building committee.
Yes.
And Phil, if you plan to stick around and would not be interested in doing the job of site work for town hall, I'd like you to at least consider the site location committee if you would. I already answered right now, just putting that bug in your ear. But I would like to be able to go over the 6 or 7 different properties that the town has, as well as some other properties that are available, just to make sure that everybody knows what's going on and everybody's in the light as to what we're doing.
What do you need 2 committees then?
I think that
Can they just do it in segments?
different skill sets is what I'm looking for. There's a lot of engineers, there's a lot of sand and gravel guys in town. I didn't mean to pick on you, Phil, I'm just, you're one of those gravel guys. But it's 2 different skill sets, and I think that if we could find those 2 groups, or one group with subsets of that group to be doing different focuses, I think it would be a good, be able to get the word out better, better communication is my thought process. In other words, good luck getting enough people to fill
That's
one.
what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do, but I may just go back to that one committee. So I'll keep you posted. I've gotten preliminary bubble diagrams from Sebago Technics this afternoon. So we're going to start passing those around town hall and refining what we think we need before we go back to the committee to refine what they've given us. But I gave a set of the plans from the Dayton Town Hall to Sebago, so they had an idea of what we had looked at, and they're developing bubble diagrams as to our needs for locating office spaces and things like that. And when we get through the employees and everybody else, we'll go to the committee level and start moving forward on that. Fun process.
Yes, but at least it's moving one little step at a time.
Absolutely, and we're not,
Forward, not backward.
what's the name of that town, with their public works department just burned it around. Bingo.
Oh, yeah.
All of the,
Somebody else want to go more with the suburban?
Okay, and B, discussion and consideration of approval of the Sheriff's Department request to install, what is a Knox box?
Knox box is one of those little, it's like a little safe, and there's a key inside of it with a code on the box. You can take the key out and you can get into town hall. And the reason for that is that the sheriff's department would like to, at no additional charge, be able to give us the availability of other coverage. If Troy's not in town and there is a unit that's working the area, if they have a place to be, if they have a way to get into town hall without us having to give keys to every single, sheriff in the department, then that would, if Troy goes on vacation, or if Troy is lapsing coverage, or however, if there's somebody else in town on the weekend and they're doing specific work in this area, they'd like to be able to access town hall. I don't see an issue with it, but that's your decision, and
How would that box be attached to the building?
securely.
Yeah.
They mount those things so that they can't be removed. It's gonna be, the sheriff's department's gonna pay for everything and make sure everything's installed properly, but it's typically what they do, what they use on commercial buildings for fire departments, so they can get in, and it's got a key code on it, and the keys inside the box.
Gates, they use it on fire gates and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if that's okay with you folks, then I will tell them to move forward so that, it all came about during the conversation about how they're restructuring the way they cover. And I had a conversation with the sheriff's department about what's gonna happen to Arundel if we're on an island. And they said that we will not be affected. They will make sure that, we have the response times that we need, so.
So what does the sheriff, what's their need to get into town hall?
They need to, that's a good question.
Well, I believe that, Troy's computer,
Yeah.
they can probably come in and do their reports and things, they could sit there rather than work on their laptops in their car, and they would use the computer, because he has his computer there from the sheriff's department, and I think they could all access it, I think, with their codes, so.
Yep, they can all access their own accounts through his computer, and
So he has a desk and a computer in town hall?
yes, he does.
Yeah.
I've never seen him.
Right behind me.
We like to keep him out on the road.
I've never seen him.
But yeah, if you go into town hall, if you look all the way to the back wall, there's a desk there with a computer on it, and that's where he spends his time. Well, when he's doing his paperwork.
I need to tell you, he is visible on the road in Arundel.
Yeah.
He is everywhere at all times of day and night.
A little bit of experience there.
It's okay so far.
No,
That's the,
he's been hitting businesses, meeting and greeting. He's had a couple of good size busts in town. He seems to be loving working in Arundel. So he spends maybe, 15, 20 minutes usually at a time at town hall. He'll come do some paperwork, and then he's out on the road again. So he's been introducing himself to business people. He's making his presence known, stopping to talk to residents. He's actually gotten complaints. The sheriff's department has been asked by residents of certain roads, why is the sheriff in my neighborhood? Is there something going on? And they said, no, it's just that's how Troy works, and he's going to keep at it. So I think he's doing a great job. I really do. People seem to be happy. I haven't gotten any complaints yet, knock on wood, about him pulling people over. And his thing is second time. They give a warning the first time to pretty much anyone, but if he catches you a second time, that's the end of it. So I think he's doing a great job. And I would recommend that the selectmen allow the sheriff's department to stick those Knox boxes at town hall so we can get a little more coverage as well.
You just need a consensus that,
Yeah, if you could just give me a vote that for approval, we'll
Okay.
have them stick those up there.
all right, everyone in favor? Yeah. We got a motion? Second? I'm going backwards here.
Dan motioned.
Yep.
I'll say.
And second, all in favor? There you go.
Thank you.
We're in favor of anything to help the sheriff.
Distribute the updated budget book information. I got that on your desk. If you need some assistance, let me know. You stop by town hall and I'll put them in there for you. I do have the cover sheets for the reserve accounts that I did not put in your books that I can email to you. Or once again, if you want to stop by town hall, I can update those notes for you, no problem.
You'll have those Wednesday.
I will have those Wednesday.
Okay. Distribute Public Work Director's justification for the 6th position to the selectmen.
Selectman DuBois, I believe, had asked Roger just to be prepared for town meeting, so he did provide you folks with a copy of his reasoning for that 6th position. And I don't remember what I want to say. So just so that you can review that, so everybody's on the same page as to why he's asking for that position, the 6th man back.
And he did present this to the budget board last Wednesday night. Okay. the treasurer's report.
I don't know if all the selectmen were here when I discussed it a little while ago, but watching the news before I came in here, the president has signed a declaration of disaster for the blizzard that we had recently. It'll be funded at 70%, I believe, was the number we were given. I don't know what those figures are going to be yet. If they take the figures we had, we'll be looking at about $30,000 in reimbursement for that storm. I'm not going to even discuss the Public Works overtime budget until I know that winter's over, because I know if I schedule a discussion of that, it'll snow the next day. So sometime in the next month, Roger and I are monitoring the budget very closely, and we will have a discussion as to how Roger's department will cover the overages that they've been experiencing because of the rougher than usual winter. And I did get the definition of that natural disaster reserve account. I'll get that to you at that meeting as well, and we can have a conversation as to what we're going to do there. Public Works roads maintenance is one of the accounts that we are allowed to overexpend, another being general assistance. So we can, as I said, when I'm sure it's not going to snow anymore, and I know what those final totals are, we'll discuss how we want to handle the over expenditure on the overtime line of Public Works. And as of the end of February, that was overexpended by, that's, no, it's much more than that. It was after the end of February that it happened. They're approximately $8,000 in the hole in overtime right now. And fuel, there's more fuel than normal, but Roger and I did discuss that we'll wait to make sure it's not going to snow again, because I don't want to jinx those guys. And if you have any other questions on the revenue and expense, please ask them now.
The fire department
Yes.
has, is he checking, the chief checking these closely to find, I mean, office equipment is over,
Yep.
things like that.
We speak almost daily when he's here about his budget, so he's very aware that he does have additional funding in the training category that'll allow him some movement, and he's going to freeze a lot of these other lines to make sure that he doesn't come in over budget.
I mean, it's the bottom line that
Yes.
he's got to worry about, so.
And he's very keenly aware of that.
Okay. Review and sign the warrant.
Move we approve.
Second. Okay, motion made and seconded. All in favor? Alrighty. Old business, reminder of the availability of nomination papers.
Deadline for those, Sam, is the 26th of April.
26, 17.
Regarding the interest?
Not yet. We're in school, one person has taken out papers for the school board position, the RSU director.
And Simone and I decided today that as of April 20th, if we have no papers out for selectmen, we're going to just fill yourself with it.
We'll all run around and get it signed.
Right up.
And the reminder of the vote tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I have the signs for you, Velma. I'll give you one, and I'll give Dan one to put at his end time, and then I'll put those up. The absentee balloting wasn't crazy. How many do you think? Did you get 20?
No, I believe it was 64
Oh.
that were taken out and received back. I think there's 4 of them that I haven't gotten back yet.
Very nice.
I can mail or maybe dropped off tomorrow, so.
Very nice. And as Dana said, the volunteers have been out canvassing neighborhoods and blanketing the transfer station, so let's hope we can get some people out to vote.
Making phone calls, going on Facebook. So it is there. Okay, other business. An executive session pursuant to 1 MRS 405.6 subsection A to discuss a personnel matter. Motion to go into executive session at 7:20, 2?
So moved. Second?
All in favor? Okay.
Good night, Mr. DeWitt.
Now, when you talk about the public works, is there any way that you could combine it with Lyman or Dayton or something like that?
Well,
Has anybody looked into that?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I do work in every surrounding town. Nowhere in any town but Arundel do I see a public works director driving a plow truck, operating a grader, running a chainsaw, picking brush, sweeping roads, running a loader, fixing trucks. Nowhere in any town do I see that. All the public works directors drive around in pickup trucks and delegate who this, do that. From my personal opinion, we need to support our public
Give
works
us more
director.
coverage from the sheriff.
He does.
I don't think we save a whole lot of money. Think about it. You got so many trucks
They
to cover
do
roads, got
joint
so many
purchasing
people.
now.
What's that?
Yeah, they do joint purchasing and stuff now.
They do.
Of certain items of equipment we do that, but I don't think you're gonna save a whole lot of money with
They do
purchasing.
some joint work, Kennybunk,
No.
And
so they all just strike out
10 times more.
the ceiling
They
together.
they
They'll do
have,
some of the brush
there's a
cutting
desk, there's no
together,
office.
and, with Kennybunk, Lyman contracts out, they don't have a public works department.
So, yeah, they'd be-
Contracts out to a private contractor.
They contract out also.
They, because to Kennybunk, they do work friendly with Kennybunk on some projects.
Yeah. They can get that to you. It hasn't changed. Excuse me.
Territory.
So I just want to do this, I know the
Giant
person that's on the payroll that does like.
Do you want me, I can leave if you guys.
I think that's what you're doing.
I can walk
Yeah,
out.
don't
for
change
you
it.
guys if you want to.
Yeah.
Up to the manager.
Did he shut this?
You're welcome, shut the video
I
off.
can the video off?
I just don't-
Yeah, I can, I'll walk out and leave you guys if you want to shut the video off.
We need the same.
Let me know.
You don't want to be